barrels. That's what the sap goes in.
You got the whole crew here. You got Alan, his father, and Sherman, the neighbor.
Yeah.
The 18.
Once it's a little quieter, we'll talk more. But yeah, this is what the maple syrup goes in. He's just cleaning them out. This is where we send our sap. Two Brothers Maple. The main mat. I'm gonna go where it's a little quieter and Matt's gonna show us around.
Go ahead in here. Where we truck most of our sap in. It's a 9,000 gallon tank.
I'll show him.
A lot of this comes from the Weibels.
She's full, jeez. It's just straight sap right here.
Raw sap, yep.
9,000 gallon tank. I'm like 6'1", so to give you a little reference, it's tall.
This tank right here, like 6,700 gallons. We've got the water coming out of the RO for it right now, the permeate water. Come on down here.
Here, I'll let you show them.
So that's a stream of water right there. I don't know if you can't see.
Oh, it's just dark, but it's still working.
That's the stream of water coming out of the RO right now. We're processing around 5,200 gallons an hour, keeping about 5 gallons a minute, and the rest is all going out for the water.
So what does the RO do? Because I actually don't really do this.
It's just pressure and membranes, so the water molecules are small enough to pass through the membrane, and the sugar doesn't.
Yeah.
We're just forcing it through the pressure.
We're pretty much just taking the water out.
So right now this sap's testing like 1.2, which is close to 80 gallons to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Yep.
And we're ROing at the 24, 25%, so it's like 3.5 or 4.
So it makes it a lot faster to make maple syrup.
We'll go back around here.
Walking. They're still cleaning. They got a special nozzle. They're making the father do all the work. So it's gonna be loud in here, but this is
over here is where my sap's coming in right now.
that's his main releaser.
Only like 3,300 taps on that coming in right now. This is a reverse osmosis machine. Well, in the back there's 3 10 horsepower turbines and the 2 16-inch membranes. You can do like 2,000 to 2,400 gallons an hour of process. Goes into one membrane, through that one, into the next. And at this point it's getting more concentrated. We go into the 8-inch membranes. There, take out more water to the next one. And then we go through a 3 horsepower booster pump, put the pressure back up. So our main membranes are running like 450 psi. And up on the top there, we're running about 700 psi.
So those ones up there.
So there's the gauge up on top. I don't think you can see it.
Wow.
So the booster pump, we've got high pressure membranes, so we can put a little more pressure, get a little more water out, a little better efficiency. These are the flow meters that show how much water is coming out. First post is varies the meter, but over 40, 45 gallons a minute. We're down here about 27 and a half, 4 and a half, 2 and a half, 1 and half. By the time we get to the end, there's not much water to take out. We're only saving like just under 5 gallons a minute. That last one's only got 6 gallons going through it, so not much left to take out of it. This meter right here just shows our, that just shows our sugar concentration.
A lot better than 1.8.
1.1.
1.1. I'm gonna show you the sap coming in. So that's his pressure gauge. Matt has a lot better vacuum than us. A lot better. This is almost 30, it's like 29. And then that coming in. So how does this one work compared to ours?
my sap coming in over here. I've got a tank full of permeate water here. And I got another tank of permeate water here.
We got a lot of water. Maxing them out.
And then this is my other big sap tank. It's 8,300 gallons. So I put my sap in it, and if I have to truck extra, I can pump it into this tank as well.
Alright, we gotta show you one more thing up here. If you want to just take it up there and show them, you can, because
it's kind of dark. But... So this is just our head tank that feeds the evaporator. It's where the RO concentrate's going in. This gets full, we just pump it into the bulk tank outside and pump it back in here. And that just feeds the preheater.
you're natural. It's good. Look at that.
There you go.
Next, Matt. Two Brothers Maple opening up on YouTube. Coming at you.
Right?
This is advertisement.
Yeah.
See this fancy thing I got for Dad today?
Yeah, I saw that.
What is it? Oh.
You used to roll it back and forth.
Now you just got to pivot.
Now I can just pivot. We're going to be halfway across the sugar house before long.
See that? See that?
Ooh.
That nice? I'm happy.
Once they start.
Sure, we got a new thing today too.
Little hook hanger.
Ooh. Once they fire up, I'm gonna come up and show you that. But right now there's light out, and I wanted to show you all the tanks. So once they fire up boiling, I'll get to that. So he just got done hauling a load for us. He backs up down here. It's a little flatter. And then the line goes up there. That way you can drive under it. And then pretty much up the hill to the shed. And the way our sap's running today, how long till you're probably getting another load? Because one load's 2 hours?
2 3 hours, bro.
He hauls
He's keeping me busy.
We did get him extra storage with our tanker, so he has a little bit more room. But how many? You got 2 other places to pick up too?
Yeah.
So how many taps you do in total?
We're boiling around 18,500 this year.
A little more than the first year. So we're back up here. They're finally boiling, and I'll have Matt take us through. We're starting to finish how it works and everything.
You guys already saw the head tank up there where the concentrate is. Go from there, feed down into here. We've got a preheater in here, and all that is on the top there. I don't know if you can see, but there's just the coils. Cold sap goes through there, the steam heats it up, condenses on the pipes. That's where we get this hot water in here, used for washing and whatever. That's just condensate from the anyway, regulated by this float box. Sap comes in, we set the depth. So there's flues in here, so it looks like an accordion. Heat goes in between, gives it more surface area, get better evaporation rate.
It's steaming.
Steaming. Steaming and foaming. A lot of bacteria today. So anyway, so it goes through here, and the back is divided up into 3 positions. It goes this way, back, and down the other end. Then on the other side there's a float box as well, which regulates the depth of the front pans. Up here, comes through the float box, and then each front pan is divided into 2. So it'll come down one end, goes out the other side, back and forth through the channels in the front. By the time we get to the other end, it's the correct density for syrup.
And that is any specific numbers or?
66.9 bricks, which averages 7 degrees above the boiling point of water. So we're drawing off, I don't know, maybe 218.
Alan's going over here hard. He's got his fancy machine now. Always working hard.
So tonight, we got it set at 217 degrees. It's actually coming out at 218 too. So he's got a hydrometer here. That just wants to be right on the red line.
Money.
That's the money.
We make it a little heavier as opposed to light. We don't want to send light syrup. paid by the pound in the barrel, so it doesn't really make much difference. So after he gets the tub full, the right density, over to this thing here. It's called a filter press. It's got an air diaphragm pump. Pumps it in through these plates. Each plate has a waffle that holds the paper. And then we mix diatomaceous earth in it, which is that white powder over there.
That stuff.
We mix that into the syrup before we pump it through. That collects on the plates, and that's what actually filters the syrup. Takes out all the niter and any impurities in the syrup.
Yeah.
So then we put it in 55-gallon barrels. Most of that goes to our bulk buyer. We keep some for ourselves to sell retail.
They do sell their own syrup. Yeah. Do you have a website or something?
We do.
I'll put it in the link in the description. You can actually buy his syrup or ours, whatever. It's all the same place, but if you want to buy it direct, I'll put it in the description. It's what? Two Brothers?
TwoBrothersMaple.com.
You can buy it right off their website, and they make it here and everything. And then his wife does all the packaging, Erica. She does all the packaging.
So they make sugar and candy stuff as well.
Sugar, candies, and cream.
All the good stuff. What's this right here?
Those are our sample bottles for this year.
So starting.
Each one of those represents a barrel.
So you can see all the different shades of how it goes. And that's pretty much
it.
Yeah. You want to be in it? Alan, what are you doing over here?
Put some oyster shell in there. I'm going to stir it up, and it gets filtered out in the pressure. Collects all the impurities.
He looks like a witch over here with his.
You'd be a wizard, huh?
He's like Gandalf.
You gotta deal into that man.
He's really bubbling. I don't want to drop it in there. That'd be. The maple would not like that. Get some. She's hot down there. This one right here is oil.
Oil fired.
Oil fired.
Cooking on burner all day.
I will bring you to the burner. He's cooking. There's also wood ones, but that's a lot harder to keep consistent.
Yeah.
And a lot more work.
2012.
So this right here is their board of all the gallons they made since they started. Oh, you started in 2012.
Started out pretty big.
Yeah. I don't think they expected to be this big.
No.
And then as we progressed,
Well,
where's 13? 13, that's already smaller. 14's tiny. Where's 15? We skip a year? No, 15's here. You're gonna start needing
16.
Oh, 16, 17 is tiny. 18, 19, and 20, and now we're over here. We're gonna need another board. We're gonna have to move the fridge, and we're going there. They're filling up a barrel. The sweet stuff. Algae's coming through. That's liquid gold.
Hope so.
He's not manning his post. Where'd he go?
Man in the foamer.
What's he got to do there?
We've got an automatic defoamer. Adds it in. Use safflower oil. And sometimes the machine doesn't keep up, so we have to go over and manually add a little extra.
We'll sneak over here. What are you doing?
Defoaming.
Matt said it wasn't keeping up.
Oh, it doesn't.
He just squirts it in with a little bottle.
Safflower oil.
comes up, it makes contact with that probe. It grounds out with the rig.
Yeah.
And causes it to start.
She is foaming pretty good.
Well, that's not bad there. When it comes up out of the hole, that's bad.
So all Matt's got right here is an actual bottle that they do sell. It is Two Brothers Maple. Has their website on it and everything. It focus. Whoa, right there. I'm gonna put the link in the description. And the best part, we are organic. So, if you want organic stuff, this is organic. So, I will put the link in the description for that for anybody that wants it. He's concentrated.
Doesn't take much to run it over.
Whole barrels.
On to the next.
Just make that. Just, 20 minutes.
Now they get hauled out.
This rig now, once it's fired up and warm, we can run close to 300 gallons an hour of concentrate through it. Make roughly 80 gallons of syrup in an hour. Once it's fired up and hot.
How much does it take to, how much sap and concentrate does it take to get her going?
It's like 120 gallons in the back pan probably. And the front pans are probably 10 to 15 gallons each.
Once you're empty, how do you, because you can't empty it completely, right? At the end.
At the end of the year, we'll drain everything out of the back pan, put it all into the front, boil it until we get everything in the 3 front pans. Then we'll drain out one of them, put water in that, move it all in the front until the last pan is just one batch of syrup. We don't really lose anything when we finish.
It just takes a lot more.
It takes a lot.
Because you can't just keep busting it through. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video. That's pretty much how our sap and Matt's gets to the point of maple syrup. He does it all for us. He's our neighbor. That's his dad, Alan, and then Sherman over there. That's their neighbor. He mans the filter press and
anything else.
yeah, it's basically them 3 that do all of it up here. It's a hell of an operation, I think. A lot of headache, probably.
Yeah, a lot of headache, a lot of fun.
Nothing beats the smell. And
Not so good today, but getting later in the season.
Yeah. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe I'll make some more depending on how it looked at. And don't forget to check them out and maybe get some of their maple syrup and other stuff.